driver's side. Woo!
Come up right there. Yep. Looking good over there. Stay driving. I'll pass it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I want to go over what I carry for recovery gear. Obviously, we run a winch up front. We replaced our old one. We had the Smittybilt, 9,500 pound steel cable, standard run of the mill. Worked out great. Unfortunately, pretty sure we fried our controller for it. Anyway, the control box. Sorry, not the controller. So we wound up replacing that with the 4 parts warranty that we got on it. For $256, we wound up swapping up to the X2.0, the 10,000 pound, fully synthetic. Got rid of the steel cable, all that stuff. Literally the following weekend after we got it, we blew out our gear set. Video coming on that. And we pretty much went to town on that thing. I mean, we put it through its paces, all the way through Lower Terminator, latching on other people to get over obstacles that there's just no way around, which in 4-wheel drive really isn't a big problem. 2-wheel drive with blown diff up front and power going to it, but no power being able to be put down. Yeah. So anyway, let's get over what we carry in the bag. All right, guys. So basically here, this is the stuff that I carry for my recovery in the back of my Jeep. A couple things in here is I keep everything in this bag. I think we had a 511 tattoo. It was on sale a couple months ago. I think it was their Black Friday sale. I think it was like $40. Happens to fit everything just right, so it works. Got tired of carrying a bunch of boxes around in the bag. It was a pain in the butt. But this I can carry all the time. It's just like a gym bag, so hopefully it will bring a lot of attention. Fingers crossed. Anyway, this is all of my air up gear. Now, usually all of this sits in a really cool bucket that looks like that. But unfortunately, that had to be used to drain my diff out. So we got to get that clean. Next items that we carry in here, I guess I should have stayed with this, huh? Basically, we got hose, plug kit, air down tools, extra valve cores. Always carry extra valve cores. Those things come in handy, especially when you air down and you lose one. They come in super handy. Anyway, so next thing up is this. The bag, got it at the store. I think it was on sale. Happens to be waterproof, so that way if the speed strap gets all wet, we can stick it in there. Doesn't leak a bunch of mud and everything else everywhere. We can clean it. Speed strap. These things are awesome. As you see here, you basically run it around whatever you want to. You can loop it around a tree a couple times, use a tree saver. And then what you're going to do is you are going to loop it through about 3 to 4 sections through here. So you want to make sure you got enough. And then basically friction takes over from there. Won't let it back out. You can winch on it. I think this one is 50 feet at 20,000 pounds, 30,000 pounds. Might be a little bit more than that. I got to look it back up. Anyways, the biggest, longest one they have, that's the one that we got. And we're digging this, so we'll have to do a video and set it up and see what all it can do. But so far, you can leave D-rings attached because if you haven't used them in a while, they rust into place. That right there is your best friend. So also in the recovery bag, let's move on here. We have gloves, everything from rubber gloves, leather gloves. These are just basically gloves I've accrued over the years. And here we keep space blankets. Because, you know, if none of this works, then you want to keep warm. We also got some hand warmers in here. Some more space blankets, another space blanket. Can never have enough space blankets. So one of the other things that I like about this bag is, A, I can just open up the lid, see everything that I have underneath here with the mesh. So I can always open it from here and grab it if I don't feel like digging for it. So jumper cables. They've helped me out. They've also helped other people at Walmart out. And other people at Target and Home Depot and pretty much anywhere else. So that is the plus side there. And let's go ahead and just get this stuff out of here and we'll line it up. All right. We also have another recovery strap. This one, I believe, is a Smittybilt. I want to say it's the 30,000 pound one, or I'm sorry, it's 30 feet. I forget what the poundage is on it. Anyway, you can pick them up at Full Parts pretty much everywhere, and their mother has them. This one is just branded with the Smitty belt. I'm sure it's got a tag in there somewhere that will tell me exactly what the rating is, but we're not really super worried about it. It's been used several times. Never had an issue with it. Love it. Definitely like Speed Strap. Much better. So here we go. Lights. Now, why do you carry lights around? Well, these aren't lights that you're going to bolt onto the vehicle. These are lights that come off a lead that's about 12 feet long that I can actually plug into my switch pod. And I can run this out from any of my light attachments. So I can run it off the two B-pillar lights. I can run it off the rock light plug-in. Anywhere that I've made the harness to run. And I pretty much do all my own harnesses. All have the same male and female. I can plug it in anywhere. Even on the back on the tail light, plug it right in there. And I can basically now have a 12-foot light that I can use to, in a nutshell, wherever I need light that I don't have light. Fantastic. Love it. Works out great. Gloves. Never have enough gloves. Gloves are always a good thing. And in here, I have, in this Shimog, I have 2 Snatch blocks. So, Snatch blocks. Awesome. Need them. Double your winching power. All that happy stuff. One of those I do need to take out. They were used on the cable. I do have a brand new one in there that I've never used that will be used for synthetic. And I'll pick up another one. That way I have 2 that can be run on synthetic. That way there's no burrs and nicks or any of that stuff in there to actually cut through the cable and possibly cause a problem with that. There's one more thing in the bag. Let's grab that. Another thing about this bag that I like, it is bright orange in here. So at nighttime, it helps to find everything that you need. It helps identify it better. It does have the MOLLE backing, which is what this is attached to. And the reason that is attached there is because I really don't want this stuff just zipping around. Got a rope dampener, or cable dampener, however you want to say it. Basically, throw some rocks in there, something breaks, it helps suck some of the energy out and bring it to the ground. Here's another Shimog, and let's do this. And in this Shimog are extra D-rings, because you never know when you need enough. So, that's basically in the bag, and let's go over what we're going to be getting. All right, guys, so that's what we run for recovery gear. It's not super crazy, nothing like that. It's not a toolkit. We'll go over what we carry for tools here, probably in the next video. We'll do that. Everything from impacts to pullers to extra bolts, nuts, suspension pieces. Let's take a look at that box. This is what we use for all of our spare nuts and bolts. Everything is pretty much in here that we're going to use. We do have extra suspension bolts, other bolts that we need for underneath the skid plates, some nuts, some extra bolts, just bolts, and bolts. But we'll go over that stuff in a different video. That one's gonna be about the same. I want to say about the same as far as time wise. Some of the stuff we're gonna upgrade to. Steel D-shackles, we're getting rid of them. It worked out great. We've never had an issue with it. We don't know too many people that have had issues with D-rings snapping off and going flying. Nonetheless, now with the soft shackles out there, you know, yeah, the soft shackles are 30-something bucks a piece. D-rings run you, what, 12 bucks? Depending on where you get them a lot cheaper. We're going to get rid of them. We're going to go to the soft shackles. That way if something breaks, the only real weight behind anything is the actual hook. On the winch, we are going to go to a factor 55 on the end of it and cut the hook out of there, just so it's easier to bolt everything together. I guess really not bolt everything together, slide everything through, hopefully. Like I said, we are going to update the Snatch blocks, at least the one. The one, you know, it's been used. We're going to probably donate it to somebody who needs it. We're going to use it there for us. We're going to get a new one. That way we don't run any issues with the synthetic, wind up cutting that, or anything like that. So as far as recovery gear, that pretty much runs it. We do carry a bottle jack and a 4x4 to keep in there. Also, the other thing that we are looking at doing at some point in time, unfortunately, they're a little pricey right now, and we need to do a whole front axle, or at least rebuild the Dana 30 a whole heck of a lot better. So we are going to run at some point in time the ARB jack. That thing is phenomenal. We've had our hands on it a few times, got to use it. Kids got to use it. They're able to use it. It's not super heavy. We do have a high lift. We haven't taken that thing with us in forever. Between the people we got with, the winches, the bottle jacks, everything else, there just really isn't a need for a high lift. If we go out by ourselves, we will carry it with us. It's always an extra means. The winch breaks. You can use it as one. It takes a hell of a lot more time, but it is doable. Usually if we do that, we'll bring the chain and everything else with us and work it that route. Anyway, quick, simple, stupid video. Not really stupid, hopefully, but anyway, quick and simple and down and dirty. Hope this works out for you guys, and have a good night.